Hello everyone and welcome back to the Closet Cosplay Challenge series. Now I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too. Based on the title and the thumbnail, this is probably not the character you were expecting to see next. And trust me, it's not the one I was expecting to do next. Here's a little story time. My plan, originally, was to do Ballora or Eclipse next. Ignore my children bickering with each other in the other room. Children! Mummy's working! Stop it! Yeah, see this little guy? Oh, you can't see him. Timmy is free roaming right now, and he likes to try and get my fat, senile cat to play with him. She's not a fan. I apologize for my children. Oh, you're coming in here. Hi! He changed his mind. But okay. This was a bad idea, letting my children, well, one of them specifically, free roam while I'm working. Boy, why can't you be like your sister? Stop getting into shit that you're not supposed to. Get out of there. Thank you. just did the biggest binky wiggle of his entire life. Again, apologies for my children. Let's get back on track here. Anyways, my original plan was to do Ballora or Eclipse next. However, the issue is, when I moved, over a year ago now, apparently, miraculously, most of my Snazaroo and other water-activated paint disappeared off the face of the planet. I cannot find it in this house. I swear on my future grave that I will probably have, that I packed it and that it was somewhere in this house, but I have checked everywhere that I think it could possibly be, and it is nowhere to be found. So the issue with that is, I can't really do the makeup looks that I wanted to do if I were to do Ballora or Eclipse with the stuff I currently have. I could try, but I feel like I would be disappointed because I have these visions in my head on how I really want to do the makeup, and if I just tried to settle with what I have right now, you know, it's not worth it. You know? Now, I know the rule is to only use things that you already have in your closet, but here's my loophole, okay? Because I fully expected to have already had what I needed in my closet. And I would have, if my makeup did not miraculously disappear. So I'm not really cheating. I'm just replacing what I thought I already had that magically disappeared. So don't worry, I'm not cheating. I swear. Guys, I'm not cheating. You have to believe me, I'm not cheating. So, plan B is to do the next best thing other than Ballora, because I think that was the one I was leaning towards doing next, which is Mrs. Afton. To this day, I don't even know if we know her first name. There's a lot of fanon names, if you will. One of the most popular I've seen being Clara, or Clarice, inspired by Clara from the Immortal and Restless soap opera animated series in Sister Location. So I think that's kind of just what I've called her too over the years. I personally like Clarice. It seems more elegant than Clara. This one should be interesting because there are a lot of different fan interpretations of what she could look like, similar to Michael Afton. I think when I did him back in the day in the Closet Cosplay Quarantine Challenge series, I ended up going for the corpse look just because I wanted to be different and not just give him the simple, like father, like son look that most people do, where they look very similar to each other. With Mrs. Afton, we won't be doing that. I think I will genuinely try to make her look youthful and healthy, other than probably her depression and anxiety and, you know, the grief of losing her children. Okay, here's what we'll do. I think this will be cool. We're gonna do a mother-like-daughter look, because in my mind, I feel like the reason Elizabeth looks the way she does is because she looks like her mother. Whereas with the sons, they both kind of have dark hair and similar eyes to what we would expect William to look like. In most fan interpretations of the family, it's usually the sons look like their father and Elizabeth looks like her mother. And so I think my version of Mrs. Afton will be inspired by that concept. I think this will be really cool to do. This one might be a short and sweet video because it's going to be kind of a simple look, I feel like. But fret not, I will make a big comeback once I have all of my paint that I thought I already had, and then we can finally dive into doing the more complex ones that I know you guys are more eager to see. But in the meantime, I hope you will enjoy watching me transform into the one and only Mrs. Afton, because I really like her as a character, and I feel like she's been kind of slept on. You know, story-wise, I feel like, which I guess is cool because it leaves a lot of like room for fan interpretations of her story, which a lot of them seem very complex and very neat and very sad. Without further ado, I will stop yapping. Let's get into the makeup. All right, first up, I'm just gonna even out my complexion with a thin layer of foundation. Alright, my foundation is done. Next I'm going to move on to filling in my eyebrows, and I think I'm going to borrow from my Picante Carity palette because she has a lot of shades of red. I don't know why I struggled to say the word red. My brain had a stroke. Reds! Because I am going to be making Mrs. Afton a redhead, just like I did with Elizabeth in the CCQC challenge. In fact, they're using the exact same wig. So, borrowing the same concept, gonna fill in my eyebrows with some red. I'm gonna try my best to match it to this kind of deep ginger color. Wish me luck. Okay, eyebrows are not even, but they are done, and that is all that matters. And now I am going to move on to my eyes, which I did Google some like 70s, 80s makeup looks. Mostly Google wanted to give me like James Charles level influencer interpretations of 70s and 80s makeup as opposed to actual 70s and 80s makeup, but it's okay. I got some ideas that might work. One of them being there was a lot of like pastel green happening in the 70s and 80s, and I think that might complement her ginger hair very nicely. So I am going to do just that. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Serpent because it is a nice, bright, kind of shimmery pastel green. And I'm just gonna do that lightly on my eyelids, maybe pop on some mascara, maybe some eyeliner. There was some eyeliner looks that did like around the waterline, and that might look kind of pretty. So we'll just kind of see where the journey takes us. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for the eyes. It's pretty simple, just some green, solid green, some mascara, and a little bit of black eyeliner on the waterlines, and I think I'm just gonna stop because if I do too much, I feel like it'll be too much. My next dilemma here is wondering whether or not I should do some freckles because I think I did freckles on Elizabeth. Sometimes people grow out of freckles, so maybe to make her look a little different than Elizabeth, because if I do too much like Elizabeth and I put the same wig on, I feel like I'll just look like Elizabeth. Maybe I'll skip the freckles because maybe her mother, since she's an adult woman, kind of grew out of her freckles, as some people do. And so with that, I think I'm just gonna do some blush next, and then we'll talk about what I'm gonna do for the lips. So be right back. Alright, blush was quick and easy. Also miraculously lost my blush brushes, which I know were in this house because I had them and I've used them. But maybe Phoenix Fan Fusion is when everything magically disappeared, because it's been ever since then that I can't find anything. But that's why I was using my middle finger again. I promise I haven't been flipping you off through this entire video. It's just my favorite finger to use to apply makeup because it's, I don't know, it just feels right. And it works. This is the best blush I've ever applied in my life, probably, and I was using my finger. But anyways, we are going to move on to the last thing, which is just gonna be my lips. And I have options here. So if I want to be noisy, I got this bright red lipstick that is the same lipstick I've used since I was still dancing in concerts. This is the literal stage red that I used to use when I was a dancer. And in my headcanon world, since Clara, Clarice, Mrs. Afton, may or may not be connected directly to Ballora, I have this headcanon that Clarice, I'll call her Clarice. Clarice herself was a ballet dancer. Other than the red, if I want to do something a little more muted, I have two different shades of like a pinky nude color. Here they are. So one of them's a little more nude and one of them's a little more pink, and I'm just debating on which one to use. I think if I do red, it's going to border on too much again, and since I've been trying not to go overboard, I feel like one of these would be best. All right, final answer, I am using this guy, this one right here. But before I apply the lipstick, I'm going to do a darkish pink color of a lip liner so that I don't put my lipstick everywhere like a clown, because my lips are also asymmetrical and have a double lip line, so you can imagine how that'll go. So we're gonna do this first so that I can color inside the lines like a toddler. All right, my lips are done, but we are not done actually, because I think I want to add a little bit of gentle contouring just to kind of define the age a little bit more, because I have a very round face, so I feel like to look more like an older woman who's aged a little bit, I feel like it might behoove me to add some gentle contouring so that I look less baby face. So I'm gonna do that. Finally, I am done. I did some light contouring all around my face, cheekbones, forehead, temples, jawline, just to kind of give my face more structure. And now I think I am finally done. So, once again, as I always say, because it is my favorite transitional phrase, without further ado, I will see all of you when I have transformed completely into the one and only Mrs. Afton, Clara, Clarice. The baby is not mine. And I will see you then. Bye-bye. And there you have it, my closet cosplay of Mrs. Afton. I think this one turned out really well. Again, it's always the simple human characters that I feel like I end up loving the most. Because doing an impressive makeup look for a complex character is one thing, but there's just something really fun about bringing the, underappreciated human characters to life as well, because it's almost equally as challenging in a way, because there are so many different interpretations of what the character could look like, what they could act like, because there's so little information about them. So I feel like being able to express how I would imagine a character is also really fun to do. Hi, Timmy. Oh, now you come over. Before, I was trying to see if he would come over when I was doing the B-roll shots of just, being in character. But of course, my son won't listen to me while I'm dressed as a literal mother. You got anything to say? That's my boy. My very empty-headed boy. I was trying to see if I could get his little tooth chatters to pick up. If you don't know, a fun fact about rabbits, that's the way they express contentment. One of the ways, anyways. It's like purring for cats. But hopefully that picked up, because it's so cute. I love you, even though you're a pain in my ass sometimes. Okay, anyways, right. As always, I will break down everything that I'm wearing and let you know where I got it from, if I can remember, because once again, I've been reaching into the deepest, darkest depths of my closets for some of these things, so bear with me, I think this one will be easier than the last. Let's start from the bottom this time, because these shoes you may recognize from last time, because these are the same shoes I just used for Cassidy, and they came from my Alice Angel cosplay, which was actually from 2018, not 2019. I was a year ahead. So 2018, and I got the shoes from Goodwill, so that's a thrift store, and I was very lucky to find them, and also very lucky that they still fit me. But yeah, you can find some really amazing and affordable stuff at thrift shops for cosplaying, so highly recommend. Moving on to the pants, these I have in like probably 6 different colors, no joke, because I love these pants. They are the exact same kind of pants that I use for my Adventures with Glitch Trap series, just in black. And I got all of these pants from Amazon.com, and I love them. They're so versatile. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, and they're just super comfy and lightweight. I can wear these in the summer, no problem, without getting overheated because they're so flowy. I don't know, this is not sponsored. I just really love these pants, which is why I have them in like 6 different colors. But yes, these are from Amazon. And I think I also, I use these for my Bendy cosplay from the CCC this series. So next is the shirt. This is also a Goodwill thrift from many years ago. I don't even remember quite why I grabbed this. I think I just had a phase, and kind of still do, about wanting to collect different solid colored button-down shirts. Just because, again, versatile. You can use them for a lot of cosplays or just to make cool outfits, and I don't know. Last but not least is the wig. This is from, oh boy, did I get this one? No, it's my other red wig that is from Amazon. This one is more of a ginger color, and this I got from everydaywigs.com. I believe I've linked that website in my previous cosplay challenge videos where I've talked about it. Do not eat the cord to my light. I am dressed as Mother right now. I will mother you. That's right, you move it. Do not eat my curtain cut. Okay, listen. Again, how fitting that it is that I'm dressed as a mother and I'm having parental issues with my children. The way my son works, right, Timmy, love of my life. He is a very good boy on a basis, right? Baseline, he's a really good boy. Look at him standing up. You look like an idiot. Stop trying to scope things out. But every once in a while, he'll choose a solid few days where he develops some new bad boy behavior, like chewing on the corners of my nightstand is a new one. And nothing will stop him. He just decides, he wakes up one morning and decides, you know what, this week I'm gonna be a bad boy and I'm gonna do this very specific behavior, but it's only gonna last a few days and then I'll never do it again. As I was saying, the wig is from everydaywigs.com. I've usually linked the websites to different places. Children! Is this just how it's going to be for this renewal of this series? Every cosplay I'm in, something very fitting to the character I'm dressed as will happen in real life. Like my children bickering, causing problems in front of me. Like, Mommy, are you watching? Mommy, look, Mommy. Hi, Mommy still loves you even though you're a little crazy sometimes. We were just talking about you. All good things. All good things. I was singing your praises. How I put your drawings on the fridge and give you treats for being a good boy and getting good grades. Okay, you guys are stressing me out so bad that my hairline has begun to recede. Stop it. You see what motherhood does to people. Are you trying to eat my... He is chewing on the corner of my shoe as I stand here. Anyways, I will put the link in the description to the website that I got this wig from, in case you are curious and would like to check out said website, because they do, or at least used to, have very good quality wigs for... Ow! You little... Get out of here. Grounded. He just tried to take a little nibble out of my pant leg, but got my ankle instead, and now he's staring directly into the blue light. You got your intelligence from your father, not me. For the last time before I'm interrupted again, links in the description so that you can check it out if you want to. I think the last thing on me that I am wearing besides my makeup and my own flesh is this ring. And this ring was actually from a vendor at a convention. Can't remember the name, which is probably terrible of me. But this vendor makes rings, a lot of which are fidget rings, which I have a couple of from the same vendor, but I picked the solid gold one for this look because, I don't know, it just seemed better for the look as opposed to like a chain ring with the spinny thing. I feel like that's not really, or wasn't really common back then, so I just picked my simplest one here. And yeah, I think it looks very simple and elegant and pretty. He is licking my shoe. Why are you like this? I think that is everything I have on me and where it came from. If you enjoyed this Closet Cosplay Challenge video, feel free to leave a like, or even comment what your favorite character in this entire series has been so far if you've watched along. And if not, you can also maybe comment another suggestion on a character you would like to see me try next, and I will add it to the lineup. And if you're feeling really generous, you can share this video, it really helps me out. And if you're new around here, hi, I'm Nightcove the Fox. I am a FNAF Central content creator. I do cosplay videos like this, and I do occasional gaming as well as music. So if any of that is up your alley, feel free to stick around and you'll have fun here. And as always, remember, stay bright, 'cause you're a star, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.